Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Jazz Piano Short Practice Ideas. Today we're talking about a concept called playing 2+2, or playing two notes in each hand. And this is great for comping and playing through a song when you are just needing to provide the chords and you maybe don't know a whole bunch of upper structures and really thick, big, crazy chords. Well, you don't need them. You can just play this nice, clean style and it will do the job that you need to be doing as a pianist, providing the harmony. This is also a great tactic for people who are just starting to play in big band in middle school, junior high, or high school. That can be a very complicated time, especially for a piano player. If they're a classical piano player, they maybe haven't learned how to play chord voicings. If they're a jazz piano player, they haven't learned how to read this kind of complex reading that happens on the classical side of big band jazz. Well, what you can do is try to decipher what the chord changes, or if you're reading chord changes, you can play them as 2 and 2, and it gives you a much more authentic sound. It lets you play with two hands. And a lot of the big band director advice when they don't know how to play piano is to play root position chords. That's not really the style. And the other advice that they get often is to play the thirds and the sevens. So that's not really the style either, to play an F major chord just like this. Right? Sounds kind of weird. So the basics of playing 2+2 is that we're going to play two notes in each hand. And this is a big concept that can take many months to learn how to do. We're just going to make some very strict, simple rules here to get us started. We're going to play the thirds and sevens of every chord in the left hand, and we're going to play the root in the fifth of every chord in the right hand. If you want to play rootless, you can substitute in the 9 for the root, but that would put us with a 9 and a 5 in the right hand instead of a root and a 5. Okay, so we're going to be playing like this, like a vibes player. So as an example, let's look at Autumn Leaves in the key of G minor. First chord is C minor 7 to F7 to B flat major to E flat major 7. Okay. If I'm going to play that 2+2 and I'm going to comp through it, I look at my first chord. It says C minor 7. Okay, I need to put the third and the 7 in the left hand. The third of C minor is E flat. The 7 is B flat because both of the third and the 7th degree are flatted. In the right hand, then I need to put the root in the 5th or the 9 in the 5th. Well, here's the root and here's the 5th, G. Okay? This is rooted. If I wanted to play it rootless, I will sub in the 9 instead of the root. Okay? So this is a rootless 2+2 version of C minor. Now, I could have played it here, or here, or here, but one of the rules is that this sounds the best when our hands are closer together, so it sounds like one wide chord. My last video was about playing wide chords all in one hand. This is playing wide chords in two hands. Okay? So try to keep them tight. If I hit the root down underneath, there you can hear the whole sound of the chord. But if you're playing in big band, your bass player is going to be taking care of that for you. Okay? So from C minor 7, I move on to F7. I need to get the 3 and the 7 in the left hand. The 3 and the 7 of an F7 chord are A and E flat. Well, I've got an E flat already down here, so I need to get that A. I'll move that there, and then I need a 9 and a 5, or a root and a 5. Well, here's the 5, and here's the root. There's the 9. I don't have to move it. So my first two chords can be that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? And then I add my own rhythm, okay? The next chord is a 1 chord, a B flat major. So I need a 3 and a 7 there. Well, B flat major 7 looks like that. So I put the 3 down here. Here's the major 7 up top. Then I've got the 9, or the root, and the 5. Here's the... That's kind of nice. I like that crunchiness, but this might be better suited. Okay, there's the bass note so I can hear it. So far we have... Okay, and then when we go to E flat major, I've already got the 7 of E flat major down here. So I need the 3rd of E flat major. So I'll put the 3rd there, and then the 5 and the 9. So for the first 4 chords of Autumn Leaves, we've got C minor, F7, B flat major, E flat major. All right? So what you would do is you would go through your tune and you would work that out. It's very slow going and painstaking at first, but as you get better at it and as you do it on 100 tunes, all of a sudden you can see a chord chart and just start to pull that out and just do it on the spot. And that's really what we want. This is really clean. This is not extremely jazzy. This is not beautiful, thick sounding chord voicings. This is basic, vanilla kind of, not totally vanilla actually because they're rootless, but this is like the basic harmony of a tune. It's gonna do the job exactly how it's meant to be done, but there's nothing fancy. If you wanna thicken it up a little bit, what you'll do is you take this note, whatever the bottom note in the right hand is, and you double it with an octave here. Okay, and that makes the chord sound a little bit bigger, okay? This is not fancy. This is exactly playing the harmony, and it is difficult to do at first, so take it easy on yourself. But this is one of the huge things that a beginning jazz piano player can try to practice to help their keyboard awareness, help their harmony awareness, and start working their way around the keyboards. It's painstaking, so take it easy and have a great week practicing playing 2+2. All right, adios amigos.